We're all here in support of Kendra's speech.
Follow me on Instagram.
And go.
Hello, my name is Kendra. I've been going to college for the past 10 years, and I started at the age of 17 with big dreams. I spent the past decade finding myself, but I don't recommend you spending $40,000 to do so. So here's my story. Starting college at 17, I soon realized I had obstacles, decisions, and commitments to face. Tonight, I want to share my mistakes in hopes that you will learn from them and achieve your goals in a timely manner. We must in strength face hate with humility. We must in strength and humility meet hate with love. Okay, this stands true with humility and education because a lot of times we find ourselves not liking certain things. For instance, a lecture. If you don't like sitting through lectures and you go to class with a mindset of not liking lectures, chances are you won't pay attention. So when you meet it with love, you would go in with a different mindset, or humility. You'll try to say or understand that, okay, I need this course, so I need to sit through the lecture in order to obtain the grade that I need. However, at 17, that was not on my mind. I wasn't focused, and the lack of focus led to the inability to pass classes with the grades that I needed. And at 17, I wasn't understanding that it wasn't a lack of ability or knowledge. I was focusing on the fact that I didn't receive the grade that I set out to receive. So at this point, it affected my confidence. And so instead of showing up to class, I would come late, I would not come at all, and I would miss assignments. And instead of reaching out to the instructor, maybe coming early or meeting up with other students, I found myself missing out on opportunities to be successful, and that's how I obtained the bad grades. So this led to losing priority registration, and at this point I wasn't able to obtain the classes that I needed, and when I was ready to be focused, I basically missed my opportunity. And instead of seeing things for what they were, I again thought it was my inability to successfully complete a course, and it basically shattered my confidence. Intelligence plus character, that is the true goal of education. Intelligence would be obtaining the information you need to be successful, and character would be the will to do what's right and know the foundation that you're standing on. For instance, instead of running away from the bad grades and not showing up to class, the character would be, or having character would be showing up and figuring out what I'm doing wrong. And so Dr. Martin Luther King's quote rings true with my educational journey because when I was declaring a major, I ran from what I wanted to do, which was physical therapy or ultimately medicine, because I didn't feel like I had the intelligence to do so, and it was because of my inability to go to class on time, to study, to meet up with other students, to be successful. And so when I declared my major, I wasn't confident that I had the capability to follow through. So what I did was I changed my major about 7 times, trying to find something that was easier, something that had less requirements. And so I found myself going in a circle instead of following through to a goal. And so, can you guys all see this?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so basically, this was my starting point. I started school at 17. And so instead of going through to
24.
to 24 and getting all of my classes properly met, I started school at 17, didn't do what I was supposed to do, so I went this way and changed my major. Then I went this way and changed schools. And instead of okay, buckling down, finding what was going wrong, I went this way again, and I changed my major again. And so I kept this pattern going, and changing back and forth is what prevented me from going straight through, and it added to the time that I spent, and which is why it led up to 10 years. And in that time frame, not only did I change schools and did I change majors, but I also began to take unnecessary classes in hopes that I would figure out what I wanted to do, because really I wanted to do medicine, but I didn't believe in myself until then I started taking weird stuff like TV production and knitting and stuff that had absolutely nothing to do with who I was or what I wanted to do. But Albert Einstein says doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insanity. And I felt insane as I continued to register for classes, continued to fail, continued to change schools, continued to not do exactly what I set out to do. And the whole purpose of this speech is to show you how mistakes can lead to success, because after I realized what was taking place, I was able to follow through. And following through requires planning, organizing, and setting goals. The last part of that is networking. As you follow through, you plan, and when you're planning, you do things like making calendars visible in your home so that you can see the days and the weeks and the months, and then you plan out your events that are coming up. Say you're in a class and you have 3 major exams. You put your exams on the calendar so that you know a time frame that you need to study for. Organizing, you get like everything that you need for the class, and you have it ready so that you can access it, such as books, resources, maybe a contact in your class. And when you have these things readily available, you're less likely to fail. Setting goals. You would set a goal to, maybe you have to retake a communications class. So you set a goal, okay, what did I do last time? What did I do wrong? So you set the goal based on the mistake, or you set the goal based on a desire. So in my case, I set a lot of my goals on my mistakes. So I look back to the times where I went left when I should have went right, or vice versa, and I realized that the goal that I set needed to be attainable, and I needed resources in order to reach the goal. For instance, my goal was to achieve an A in this class. The last time that I took the class, I didn't have the confidence to do the speech because I don't really like speaking in front of groups. I like one-on-one conversations, but not groups with people staring at me. So as the speech came closer, I just kept putting off my assignment because I didn't really want to do it, and to the point where it was time to do it, and I'm just like, oh, well, I wasn't ready, so I'll just do the next one. And then I kept repeating that same pattern until I failed the class. And so this time around, I was like, okay, well, maybe I won't wait as long. I'll wait a little bit, but I won't wait as long. And so I was able to be successful because I set the goal high enough to reach an A, to where I look back at my mistake and I realize, okay, well, this is what I did. I'll do it a little differently. And that's how it relates to the Albert Einstein quote, because you're doing the same thing, expecting different results. But if you change a little bit of what you did that maybe caused a mistake, then you can ultimately reach success. The last part of following through is networking. When you have people in your circle that are reaching the same goals that you're seeking, you're able to reach them either faster or have a higher success rate of obtaining the goal, because you have someone to kind of go back and forth with on ideas. You have someone that's in your corner and someone that you can lean on when times get hard. So
Yeah, she's
I would
talking
like
about me.
to
That would be her husband.
Thank you for going on this journey with me as I discussed my starting point at the age of 17 when I had no idea what I was doing in school, and as I went through to the obstacles that most college students face, and I followed through with following through. And I really just thank you for listening to the speech, and hopefully off of the information I gave you, you will have an opportunity to obtain success in your educational journey.